right, y'all. Rick Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wash Up Wednesday. Here's a quick look at your front page news. So Texas has become the third state to have more than 10,000 coronavirus cases in one day. Florida officials say yesterday that at least 56 of their ICUs in the state were at capacity, and Georgia has now passed 100,000 coronavirus cases on yesterday. Also, President Trump said yesterday that he will pressure governors to completely reopen schools in the fall. He also announced plans that he would force almost 1 million international college students to take in-person classes or risk losing their visas. In other news, in world news, the president of Brazil announced that he has tested positive for the coronavirus. Now, Brazil is second behind the U.S. in number of cases. Also, Trump formally notified the UN that the U.S. is, and this sounds crazy to me, Ricky, is withdrawing from the World Health Organization. However, the withdrawal would not take effect until next July, when hopefully someone new will be in office making decisions. And finally, we are also finding out that 65-year-old Supreme Court Justice John Roberts was hospitalized overnight last month for a fall and head injury. Roberts reported having two previous seizures, one in 93 and in 2007. And Roberts will definitely stay in our prayers. Though appointed by George Bush, he has definitely helped save Obamacare. He helped Roe versus Wade just a few weeks ago, helping not shut down all of these abortion clinics in Louisiana. And he has definitely demonstrated a concern for independence of the judiciary system. So Justice Roberts, you are in our prayers. That was a quick look at your headline news. For more front page, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rati, my brother, what you got going on in sports?
Let's start off with Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Deshaun Jackson. He's apologizing to the Jewish community after posting anti-Semitic messages on Instagram yesterday. He posted a quote he attributed to Adolf Hitler, out of all people. Pretty much he got dragged on social media. The Philadelphia Eagle ownership calling Jackson's post offensive, harmful, and they will take appropriate action. We'll see what happens with this, but he has released two apology videos. So, you know, it is what it is. If you guys ain't seen it, just go on Instagram. It's everywhere right there. The Ivy Leagues will be announcing its plan to their fall sports, which could include a shortened schedule or postponing the season until the spring. And this includes football. And we already know that Morehouse has canceled their football season, and now the Ivy Leagues is thinking about postponing their football and all fall season. So it's just more of these organizations, more of these conferences, more of these colleges are going to come out, and this is probably going to be a normal situation. They don't want to automatically say that it's canceled yet, but a possible postponement until the spring, which would double up the spring sports, the original spring sports and the fall sports together. So we'll see what happens. It all depends on coronavirus. Gary with the T, what you got there, dog?
All right, y'all. Everybody's still talking about it and really going at Miss Halle Berry, y'all. Now, recently, Halle Berry, she caused a firestorm after announcing that she was considering a role as a transgender man. Now, they're saying, y'all, after all the pushback from the trans community, y'all, Halle Berry is really apologizing, y'all. She said she's very hurt by, what she said, and, because she was going to take the road trip because her family, they got to eat too. She has kids. So over the weekend, y'all, she said, quote, I had the opportunity to discuss my consideration of an upcoming role as a transgender man. She said, and I'd like to apologize, y'all, for those remarks. She said, they call it now cisgender. She said, as a cisgender woman, she said, I now understand, y'all, that I should not have considered this role, and that the transgender community should undeniably, y'all, have the opportunity to tell their own story. She said, I'm very grateful for the guidance and critical conversation over the past few days, and I will continue to listen, educate, and learn from this mistake. She said, now I vow to be an ally in using my voice, y'all, to promote better representation on screen, both in and front and behind the cameras, unquote. Now, a lot of people said, whoever could play the role better, because a lot of people saying too, like with what's her name, Rachel Zoldonda, whatever she pronounced her last name. She was a black woman, but she was really a white woman. But they're saying she played the best.
She was a white woman.
Well, yeah, she was a white woman, but they say she played the best black woman because she was the president of the NAACP. She was helping black people and doing great things for black people. So why should she not be a black woman if she said she was a black woman?
Gary, you cannot compare Rachel Dolezal acting like she's a black woman running the NAACP where she lives to Halle Berry playing a transgendered person. I think she's just giving an opportunity to people that deserve it. There are transgender actors out there that most likely will not get mainstream roles. And so why take a role like this, which is an opportunity of a lifetime for a person like that, from them. So kudos to her.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying, why didn't they go to that transgender initially then instead of going to Halle Berry?
Well, I think sometimes, Gary, they just want seasoned actors and actresses to do the job. And I think the transgender community, it'd be cool if they would audition too, just like everybody else. And if they're good, they great, then they get it. Mm-hmm. But if they want Halle Berry or like a name to sell the movie and then maybe incorporate a transgender person, that would be cool too, because then the movie would sell with Halle Berry, and then they could definitely have a role for the transgender person, since that's what it's about,
But you also have Laverne Cox, Brad.
That's true, but they maybe she's not a seasoned actress enough like Halle Berry. So, but I understand that's nice of Halle Berry to do that. She got enough money, fortunately, and has had enough roles to be able to do that. But if you get some actors that come in and don't really have roles, a lot of roles and stuff like that.
We're gonna see who's gonna get that role after it's all said and done. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, honey, is oak tree. On the high end, you say oak tree, and on the low, you say beautiful brown. Brad, what's going on with Kanye West and Donald Trump?
Well, Gary, Donald Trump done weighed in on Kanye's announcement to run for president. I'm going to tell you all about it in the hot spot. Coming up next is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rick's about the morning show, 28 before the top of the hour. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Donald Trump has weighed in on Kanye West's announcement that he plans to run for president in the fall. But in an interview, Trump said that he's not sure if Kanye is really serious, but he is too late. He told the publication he may. It's very interesting. And he explained it has to be limited to certain states, because in some states the deadline has been missed. If he did, he would have to view this as a trial run for what's gonna happen in 4 years. Okay, moving on, y'all. T.I. addresses snitching allegations. He recently had to clap back at snitching allegations after a decade-old clip of him promoting Crime Stoppers resurfaced. So he did an interview and he spoke on people accusing him of working with the feds, saying, forget you and forget your life. If you see a snitch, slap him and knock his nose off. Next time I'm out, instead of asking for a picture like a girl, come on and knock my nose off if you think I'm a snitch. Quit smiling in my face and trying to get in my section. I never gave no information to no police to get nobody in trouble. No time with no police. And if I'm working with the police, it'll be to get him to shoot you, homie. Don't play with me. Okay. Well, y'all, that's what T.I. had to say about snitching. Moving on to the next situation. People are kind of concerned after Tiffany Haddish done cut off her hair, y'all. She did it on Instagram Live, and she told fans that she decided to cut her hair so she could see her scalp. And after fans started showing concern, Tiffany said, why would a woman decide, hey, I'm going to cut this hair off because I want to see my scalp? She got to have a mental problem. Nothing is wrong with my brains, you guys. I'm not suffering from no emotional nothing. She said that she has been talking about cutting her hair for years, said, I'm still going to be fine AF. Men still going to try to hit it, guys. Don't worry. I guess so. Did y'all see her cut her hair off? She really wacky.
Yeah, see, Brad, it's not that she cut her hair, because I mean, I'm not a man, but I know men think that short hair on some women are sexy. It's how she did it. The way she did it on Instagram, it seemed a little bit.
She did like a Britney Spears kind of thing?
Yeah, it seemed like she needed to talk it out Tuesday. That's what it just seemed like, a little bit.
Okay, well, she said she tried to assure everybody that nothing is wrong with her brain. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU. No. And in the meantime, in between time, hit us up for them wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKEY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU, Stand up, baby. It's time to show up and show out as we always do when we highlight, showcase, and put a spotlight on our amazing historically black colleges and universities. This your boy Rock Teasing Fashazy, and guess where we going now? Nairobi, Kenya. All y'all just froze. All y'all just did the Scooby-Doo. Hey, what you talking about, Rock? Where you going with this one right here? Ride with me on this one. McCord Maker. That's all I gotta say. A 5-star basketball prospect. Standing 7 feet tall. Being heavily recruited by UCLA, Kentucky, Memphis, many other top NCAA Division I programs. Oh, he got the handles too at 7 feet tall and can play point guard that shoots a very wet 3-point shot at the same time. Oh yeah, the dude is the truth. Played most of his high school basketball in California. Y'all probably saying, all right, Rock, what you getting at? Ain't none of this got to do with the HBCU. Stop the press. He made his official commitment to attend and play basketball at Howard University. Oh, yeah. This makes him the highest ranked recruit to commit to an HBCU in the modern recruiting era. Let me tell y'all something why this is a big deal. This will bring in television revenue not only to Howard University, but also to HBCUs in general. His attention and his spotlight will immediately bring lots of attention in mainstream media to start a ripple effect. McCord Maker made the decision to commit to an HBCU to also encourage future prospects to play for HBCU programs. As the homie Marcellus Wiley said, do something that lights the torch, not something that just carries the torch. Mr. McCord Maker, you have lit the torch, and it will ignite other top prospects in all sports to consider our HBCUs at the top of their commitment choice. And oh, by the way, McCord Maker happens to be the cousin of Thon Maker, who plays for the Detroit Pistons. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, Love that, man. Hey, y'all, appreciate that, Rock Teasy. Dr. MJ Collier coming up next. You can call with your calls if you want to talk to Dr. Collier. You get at him, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Your COVID-19 updates. Next. Jeremy Smiley Morning Show, 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Hey, we got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier with our COVID-19 update. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. We got some great information for you on the coronavirus. As you know, we are in a free fall. Cases are surging in the United States now with 2 weeks ago, 8 states were increasing their cases. 1 week ago, 15 to 18 states. And as of now, 31 states have increased rates, now exceeding where we have been from day one. So we have regressed. We are back to square one. And 2 months of quarantine in place has really, the benefits of all of that have been lost at this time. So ICUs are at capacity in a majority of states now. And people, even though the death rate is still lagging, the morbidity rate, i.e. people that are sick and having disease processes and will have chronic health problems after corona infection are increasing. So we are just in a free fall. But we got some good news, Ricky.
Okay.
One, if you've seen the lines on the television, they talk about people waiting in line for 8 hours to get a test. Now, there's been a big step, a breakthrough in testing. They have announced that they have now an on-site test that is a professional test. It's not an at-home test. It's done by doctors, professionals, but can even be performed at the pharmacy. This test is based on antigen treatment, and it's a standard nose swab or a throat swab, and what it tests for are antigens of the virus. So the gold standard, of course, is the polymerase chain reaction test, which looks for virus genetic material. So that's still the best test to get. But this one is a rapid test. You can get results in about 10 to 15 minutes, and it's done on a standard swab. So it received FDA approval yesterday, and so now it's going to be widespread to be using. So instead of people having mobile testing and not getting their results now for sometimes up to 2 weeks, people will be able to get results in 10 to 15 minutes, and that should change the game a little bit as to how we are responding to this virus, because testing is key. Now, the other thing is treatment, though. So people are doing better. The death rates are improved because we've learned a lot about this virus. We've learned not to put people on ventilators as quickly as we had been, that people can tolerate a respiratory challenge, and that things like positioning them in the prone position, i.e. laying on their stomach, will help improve aeration in the lung function. But we also have learned that this virus is a masquerader. I've had at least 2 patients whose predominant symptom was GI with, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and this one patient put it explosive diarrhea. And this patient had been to the urgent care, had been to the emergency room. Nobody tested them for corona. They came to Dr. Collier's office. We tested them. They tested positive. Now, one is responding well to conservative treatment, rest, and self-quarantining. The other patient, unfortunately, is in ICU right now on a ventilator. So it can go either way. Both of these individuals are young. They're young people. We're not talking about individuals that are in their 60s. So a company called Regeneron announced that they have a breakthrough in treatment now. This antibody cocktail. And the great thing about the antibody cocktail is that it immediately treats an acute infection. In other words, if you're already sick with the virus, you can be treated. And it also protects you from the virus. This is the type of breakthrough that we have needed. And while we're waiting on a vaccine proper, this will probably be utilized with and along with vaccine therapy to help get this under control. But that therapy is now in phase 3 trials that started June 1st, and it's shown great results in human trials, and the safety studies have also been well. So the antibody cocktail specifically treat the coronavirus only. A lot of the medications that are repurposed that we're using now, causing, they're just doing symptomatology.
Right. Hey, on the other side, we got 2 phone calls for you, Dr. Collier. Y'all, okay. More Dr. MJ Collier coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't.
All right, y'all, top of the hour, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. Hey, Dr. Collier, we got a couple of quick calls this morning. Good morning.
My question is, with everything going on with the COVID-19, should we ditch the hand towels in our bathroom and just use straight paper towels, and that way we can throw them away as opposed to reusing the same hand towel?
That is a great question. And yes, disposable towels and anything that you're going to come in contact with that could be possibly shared with other people. So hand towels, we definitely want to have the disposable towels. Just put a stack of towels in there or paper towels and make sure that, again, that people aren't using a hand towel, because that will be a nidus to spread the virus.
All right, John, with Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
Okay, I was wanting to know if he had a regimen for any natural immune boosters for children in lieu of kids returning back to school for children under 12.
Dr. Collier? Did we lose him? All right, I think we lost him. Gary, what you got coming up next? Oh, you still here, Dr. Collier?
I'm here.
Yeah. Did you hear the call?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I was responding to it. Okay, no problem.
We didn't hear you. Go
so
ahead.
There are lots of foods, particularly, anything that has color. Most of the vegetables, such as spinach, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and asparagus. All of those are good, and oftentimes if we introduce those to children. But again, a complete multiple vitamin. A lot of the supplements are just vitamins and perfectly appropriate for children. You just have to get a child-sized dose. You can get recommendations from a supplement people that sell them, such as places where you pick up vitamins, etc., and just get a counselor to talk to you about pediatric dosing, or consult your pediatrician. But there are regimens that I would recommend.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Okay, I can be reached on all social media at Ask Dr. MJ. And tonight, Rickey, Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Go to Ask Dr. MJ, and we're going to be answering your questions about all of your healthcare issues, including the coronavirus. And remember, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates.
There it is, y'all, the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. Gary got the tea and the clue today. Coming up next, what you going to be talking about, Gary?
Coming up next, y'all, Ellen Smith is speaking out, y'all. Ellen is speaking out. I'm going to tell you what she had up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Gary got the tea in the clue of the day. 7 minutes after the hour, y'all. The statements be about you by Optima Tax Relief. Stop living in fear of the IRS and stop lying awake worried about the IRS garnishing your wages and freezing your bank accounts. Call Optima Tax Relief 800-829-3181. That's 800-829-3181. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. But before I go on, Ricky, I have to be very honest with y'all. When we get off the air, I am running to America's Best. I can't see worth a mess.
Yeah.
This is horrible. I can't see. That's why I'm sounding this way.
You ain't even got to run. You can walk. Gary, you can call 1-800-2-PAIR to be connected to the store nearest you.
And I promise you, Special K, I did not laugh at you when you couldn't see the one, but I see what in the hell you went through. I cannot see.
Getting a little cloudy.
Yeah, we see that every morning.
Gee. Anyway, here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. All right, y'all. Ellen Smith, honey, she's the beautiful sister of Will Smith, y'all. She is speaking out. And wherever there's a little smoke, there's some fire. Now, I'm almost starting to wonder about this situation. But Ellen went out on social media and she said, quote, those you follow and admire you so much, honey, promoting truth and, y'all, keeping it real don't seem so admirable, right, as we speak right now. She said, honey, pick and choose your heroes and role models wisely. Rich and famous doesn't equal better.
She said
That's deep. That's deep.
It's very deep, honey, but I'm like, what? Because people said, is she really talking about Will and Jada? What is going on? Because this Will and Jada and all this August have seen the madness and stuff like that. What is really happening with these people? And they just showing more and more pictures with Jada and him. I mean, were they just friends or what was it? Or what is it? You know,
I mean, but that's a good philosophy to have, though, because I mean, celebrity worship is a problem in the country. That's why we got the clown we got in office right now.
Yeah, I think she's just saying just because you got money, that don't make you happy.
Well, yeah, that's
it don't make you necessarily better than anybody else. Like
right.
What she's saying.
Yeah. But people that have the money feel that they makes them better. But nevertheless, it's very interesting, and we're glad Ellen is speaking up. But now they also said now Ellen and Will allegedly were estranged from one another for years because they're saying that Ellen is darker than Will, and Will allegedly didn't care for her because she was the darkest in their family. So, but we're gonna see how that all turn out and what goes on with that. All right, moving on. Another celebrity news, y'all. Okay. 50 Cent and Jada Pinkett Smith, Vivica Fox. Now, we all love them, too. Now, they dated about 50 years ago and stuff and whatever, but 50, y'all, I don't care how much y'all like this man, but this man is really something wrong with him. He is really continually attacking this woman and saying some of the stupidest things and all these challenges and all these things that he's going through. It don't make sense for a man of his wealth to keep acting like that. Now, the recent story is now, which we probably heard this, but, you know, it's coming back up again. Now, Jada was talking, Jada, I keep calling her Jada. Vivica was talking with a couple of her friends recently, you know, about, you know, certain situations and what have you, and I guess 50 came up or what happened, the word got back to him. But he's still saying, y'all, that Vivica is in love with him. She loves him and blah, blah, blah. He said, but he don't like her. He said, because she was a loud black woman and angry. And he said, black women are allegedly angry. Now, a lot of people are angry with him for saying that or what have you. He said, but he like an exotic woman. Now, what do black men know about exotic?
What you mean?
What's an exotic damn woman here? He talking about because she looked like she came fresh off a boat. Hell, we all came off a damn boat. So, I mean, what's his point?
I think he's trolling a little bit, but people like what they like. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but keep it to your damn self. We don't need to. Well, guess I'm sure black women like exotic damn men and not black men like they come straight out the projects. Yeah. But she still
got a fool with
them. The projects.
Yeah, but self-hate is so real. We do not need.
Ain't nothing wrong with damn regular black women neither.
What you say, evil?
I said self-hate is so real. I think it's disgusting to hear our beautiful black men speak down on black women, not saying that women of other colors and ethnicities and exotic features aren't beautiful. They are. They're all beautiful. But please do not sleep on that lady that gave you birth and on her mama, the original black woman. Don't take our beauty away because exotic women are pretty too. It's in addition to. They're not saying that they're not pretty.
Ain't damn pretty, honey. All women are pretty, but all exotic women ain't pretty. But I need to know what's an exotic. I need the definition of an exotic woman. I mean, you know. So I mean, and what's the difference between? I'm sure
I think
exotic
sisters
women
are beautiful exotic women.
Yes.
Exactly.
What?
You know?
Absolutely.
What did you say, Rick?
Absolutely.
I think sisters are beautiful.
Exactly.
exotic
That's what I'm
women.
saying. So, and my thing is, it's just crazy for him to keep saying all these stupid things that I could assure you, honey, an exotic woman don't like him, honey, with his inarticulate butt. They just like that good check he got to give. I'm sure.
Don't you think he like to troll people a lot, too? That he just say a lot of stuff just to kind of keep people talking about him?
Yeah, he just be having fun. That's all.
Yeah, well, honey, that kind of fun ain't too much fun when you start saying crazy different things like that. He's 90 years old. He'll have fun by taking care of his children.
He's not 90, Gary.
He almost have, so he's getting close to it.
No.
You have that kind of fun. So, but anyway, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is oak tree. On the hand, you say oak tree. On the low, you say proudest gray. That's your color for today.
All right, appreciate that, Gary, man. I got your wake-up calls. Get at me, 8669 Ricky, 8669 RICKEY. Wake-up calls coming up. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. All right, time for the wake-up calls, y'all. 26 minutes after the hour. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Ricky Smiley Morning Show, wanna know what you calling for. So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Yeah, this is Derek. I'm calling from Roseville, Louisiana. Wake up, Raymond. Wake up.
This is Susan Jones, and I gotta say, wake up to Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. I thank her for everything that she's done and everything that she's doing. Wake up.
My name is LaVon Brooks. I'm calling from Ellen Price, Alabama. I like to wake up my husband, Wally Denard Brooks. Wake up.
What's up? My name is Jimmy Woodard from Raleigh, NC, and I want to say to everybody that's listening, wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Wake that ass up on the Rick Smiley Morning Show.
Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Kansas City, wake up. Big Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up.
Hey, appreciate that, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right. More Ricky Smiley Morning Show coming up. It's about that time, church, in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred.
Amen. I'm running for my life.
Yeah.
I'm running for my life.
Come on now.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm running for my life.
Yes.
Running for my life.
Keep running.
If anybody asks
And
you,
if anybody asks you,
what's the matter with me?
what's the matter with me?
Tell them I'm saved.
Saved.
Sanctified. Holy Ghost filled. Fire baptized. I got Jesus.
On my side, and I'm running for my life. Saints and ain'ts, those that can and those that can't.
Oh, yeah.
As I stand here contemplating on the right thing to decide, will I take the wrong direction all my life? Where will I go? What lies ahead of me?
Yeah.
Preach on.
I have strong determination.
My Lord.
I'm not afraid of change. I have yet to find that someone who will care to satisfy me.
Amen.
Stand right by me. Who can I run to share this empty space? Who can I run to when I need love? Who can I run to share this empty space with laughter? Who can I run to when I need love? I can run to Jesus. I can run to Jesus.
Let's go.
Run, Forrest, run. Run to Jesus. Follow me at the real Pastor Fred. I'll be the one running.
Amen.
We got the chicken and waffle mix coming up with John Lyon on the ones and twos. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Hey, we appreciate you also putting in your work hours this morning, unlike Black Tony. What's up, Tony, man? Tony, man, we hear you breathing.
Black Tony.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, look, I got a text message. I got a text message from your old producer talking about Black Tony. You ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing stuff we asked you to do the last 2 months. Sorry, they've been sending stuff to my wrong email. So I had to change my email address. Folk kept giving me email doing stuff. You need to take down my new email address, sorry.
Man, you supposed to give everybody that.
I got a new one.
Yeah, you supposed to give everybody that when you change your email, Black Tony.
Yeah, tell her she got a pencil.
Yeah.
She got a pencil. Take my new email address. It's it's King of Finesse out here in these streets getting money, running these hoes. Don't care about nothing. All y'all lame in here. Don't try to get at me at gmail.com.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to write down. What is it again?
Yeah, King of Finesse out here in these streets. Don't care nothing about y'all lame man. Trying to get at me. I'm running your get money in these streets at gmail.com.
Hold on. And that's your new email? When did you get that?
Yeah, I'm on there. Yeah, because they been trying to hack me. So I had come up with one just a little bit more.
What is it again, Black Tony?
All right, the King of Finesse out here in these streets getting money in the ATL, running these hoes. Don't care nothing about y'all lame man trying to get at me because I'm getting money all day at gmail.com.
And that's your email?
Yo.
I like it. All right. And what is it again?
Hey, tell Rocky right now. He good at it.
What is it again?
All right, King of Finesse out here in these streets, running these hoes in ATL, getting money all day. Don't care nothing about y'all lame man. At gmail.com.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 5 minutes after the hour. Gary got the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Lala Anthony, we all know Lala. We love Lala, honey. She's a great actress, honey. You know, she once worked with this company. Well, now it's being reported out that Lala, honey, she's back out, she's fighting. But not only is she fighting, but Carmelo Anthony's baby mama is fighting, y'all, honey.
What?
Yes, they fighting, honey. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Carmelo Anthony's alleged baby mama, she sent out a few cryptic tweets, honey, the other day. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Carmelo Anthony and his son are on the cover of Slaw magazine. And they're saying, y'all, that Melo posted on the cover with the Instagram caption saying, drawing strength from the past, fighting, y'all, for justice, because he's been fighting for justice in the present. They're saying, demanding equality for the future. Honored, y'all, to serve as guest editor-in-chief, y'all, to share my perspective and, y'all, amplify the voices of so many others in this fight for social justice. Well, his baby mama said, the hell with that. She said, that's a damn lie. She said, y'all sitting there listening to all these doggone entertainers talking all this mess, acting like they so equal and they so this, that, and the other stuff, and they ain't doing nothing for their babies. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
What's the name of that magazine again?
Slaw.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Melo, alleged baby mom, her name is Mia Burke, y'all, who is the mother of his rumored, y'all, toddler age daughter. She responded, y'all, by tweeting and deleting the same justice system at Carmelo Anthony is exposing, y'all. She said he is using his celebrity to manipulate beyond the law. She also wanted to say, y'all, that she added that a lot of these celebrities are lying by their butts, but she didn't use the word butt, for their delusional fans, honey, being sipping on the Kool-Aid and listening to all this mess they're saying. Now, wow. I thought he was taking care of that baby because we knew about it. We knew about this alleged baby and what happened.
I'm sure the baby getting a check every month or whatever, but, he might have a hard time seeing the baby because sometimes, the baby mama, if they hate you, they're going to try to do everything to disrupt visitation. Right. And it's some older people got a magazine out also that kind of disagree with this magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The name of it is Coleslaw.
I seen it.
Nevertheless, all week.
We're going to be all week, exactly.
But Gary, you know the old saying, "It's nothing like a woman scorned," and it seems as if Lala and Carmelo have tried to rekindle and figure their situation out, not just beyond co-parenting, but romantically. And it sounds like baby mama is a hater.
Well, he should have put the other baby on the cover too. That's probably what she's been. Her child should have been on the cover of the man. If that's his child, put that baby on the cover too. All the babies need to be on the cover.
She knew his situation when she laid up with him. She should have thought about it.
Wow.
Well, speaking of situations, y'all, moving on. Sierra and Russell Wilson, honey, they celebrated their 4th wedding anniversary, y'all, on Sunday, and they're saying that they did a video, and Russell hugged up on, with his beautiful wife, Sierra. But a lot of people are offended because they say maybe Sierra shouldn't have said this, but she went on to say, y'all, it's the best place, my safest place. She said just being in her husband's arms. I mean, did that not offend Future? That couldn't offend Future.
Why is that offensive?
Well, because if Future,
she's not with Future, it don't matter what she felt, how Future felt back then. They not together no more. Talking about her husband.
Gary,
what?
Just log off.
No, but it's just, because if Future sent her a doggone Mother's Day card saying she was one of the best mothers in the world and loving her and stuff, that's the least.
Gary, that is his appreciation for her as a mom, which he can do. But she is married to this man that she loves, and he is her protector.
But you know what? It's just me. It don't seem like she love him. It just don't look like love. What?
It don't sound like who love who.
That Sierra love Russell. He looked like he's a square, and that he's a safe place. He was there. He came along when
whatever it is, she does love it, and it shows.
I don't know about it.
Does, Brad.
It just don't look like Gary just love him. But it's just there though. But let me do this quick, y'all. Now we talked about this earlier, y'all. Now more news is coming out. When I talked about 50, y'all, and Vivica Fox and what have you. Well, now did y'all know that Lil Wayne's daughter was speaking out as well as Tory Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife?
What?
They're speaking out. One of them, she said, quote, "I am okay with black men." This is what Tory said. "I'm okay with black men dating their race, honey, dating outside their race." She said, like, "I really could give a damn." She said, "But if you date outside your race, honey, I've dated outside my race several times. And as y'all, honey, like to call it, they, honey, were exotic men." She said, "But the difference is, honey, that me dating exotic men don't make me, or put me down, or I don't put down my brothers, honey, because I still love my black men." And Tory also wanted to say, y'all, and, honey, just because these men were in a different stature, honey, different color, different background, honey, different hair texture, different whatever, it doesn't make them any better than my black brothers, or make me want to go, honey, on air and say, "Yeah, y'all know, honey, I dated this and I dated that because, honey, they look exotic." She said, "Sorry, honey, but if you don't want no more, don't get more black brothers, honey. If you don't want to deal with it." And that's one thing about a black woman. They go, "Always take up for these black men. Oh, my black brothers. Oh, would you like to love a black brother?" The hell with a damn black brother. If a black brother ain't loving you, don't love him. Period. Man.
No, we're going to keep loving our brothers. We're going to keep loving our brothers.
Them. They keep throwing your ass to the damn wolves, to an exotic woman, because they want something a little, honey, this color, a little light or whatever and stuff. But y'all, I got to love Leroy because he's so good. The hell with
Why you got to be Leroy? Why you got to be a slave?
That's the mentality he have here.
Why
you call them Dans when what happen when they get their money to go to the NBA, Gary?
They call the Dan. Okay,
and did you talk about Dr. Dre? He didn't sign that.
Oh, but baby, I gotta go now. Oh, but baby, we was on vacation. Baby, she fixed his ass up. She said, how many millions? I'm about sick now, honey. I'm about to go, and I just signed a prenup. Give me mine, and you go ahead and get it. You did Michelet like a damn dog. Michelet was singing something in my damn heart, and now he got this dog.
Michelet got to do with it.
What's it? We're going to be talking about gun violence up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 after the hour.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all. Family, if you don't absolutely love what you do, you make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. I'm so excited this morning. We got the one and only one of the nation's mayors, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, shares what it's been like, since the COVID-19, how it has affected her and her family, and all of the gun violence that has broken out all over the country. So I am so excited. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, Ricky. How are you, and how's your beautiful daughter doing?
Oh, thank you for asking. She's doing good. We're just gonna have to. The wound is healed, but it's the mental wound that just kind of really got her right now, and just keep reliving it. And it was just a horrifying experience for her. So just thank God that we're thankful to God, but we're more concerned about all of the people that lost kids over this past weekend. And it's just I saw your press conference. And, it's like it was so heartfelt. And I just want to tell you that the nation really, really love and respect you because, you have really taken a leadership role. And, you're just going through a whole lot because we're in the middle of a pandemic and all of this stuff going on. How are you handling stuff?
Well, I mean, I'm still standing like everybody else. Life could be so much worse. 3 of us in my house have tested positive for COVID, but I praise God it has not been unto death. My husband is the only one who's experiencing real symptoms, the fatigue and, all that goes along with that. But he's even getting better. But just as it relates to where we are in this city and across this country, this is a challenging time in our country's history. And I look at it as us being in a valley right now. But, we have to be in the valley sometimes for us to appreciate and get to the mountaintop. Yeah. And even as I was waiting to come on with you, I was just writing some things down just about this balance that's happening across the country. And there are a couple of things at play, and I was reflecting on when I served as a magistrate judge. When people would come into court, I would say 99% of primarily the African-American men I would see didn't have a high school diploma. So when you don't have a high school diploma and you don't have a job and you don't have job training, you don't have hope. And when you don't have hope, you don't care about your life. And when you don't care about your life, you don't care about the lives of others. And I think that's what we're seeing playing out on our streets. So I think it's twofold, this immediate approach. We got to take responsibility for ourselves, meaning there are so many people who are just simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, like your daughter. There was nothing that she could have done to have been in a different place. But then there are others that, you're gathering in and around situations that you can kind of see are getting volatile. We're asking people remove yourself from those situations to the extent that you can. Your daughter couldn't do it. These innocent children couldn't do it. So that's completely inexcusable. But the other part is dealing with these systemic issues on how do we restore hope in our communities. And it's going to take some real work from all of us.
All right, y'all, we're talking to Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, Atlanta's Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. So excited to have her on. We're going to be talking to her more coming up next. Rick Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. We are on with the one and only Atlanta's Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. So excited to have you this morning. I was just thinking, like, we are a family of 5, me and my kids, and 2 of us got shot in the community which we serve. And it's just so disheartening. We thankful to be alive, but to have 2 people in one household to become gunshot victims, it just kind of have you a little nervous and a little scared to do anything and go anywhere now.
No, it doesn't, and that's the other part of it, Ricky. I lost my nephew to gun violence. Somebody mistaken identity. They thought he was in a rival gang member. He wasn't in any gang. He was just visiting a friend, and they shot up his car. So, the other part of this, you talked about the physical trauma your daughter experienced, and then there's the mental trauma, and that's something we don't talk about a lot in the African American community. This post-traumatic stress syndrome is real in our community, and in the same way that people return from war, many of us are living in environments that are likened to being at war. So it creates anxiety, it creates depression, it creates despair, and then it repeats itself over and over and over again. I was chairing the platform committee for the Democratic National Convention, and we heard testimony from a young man who had been shot. He was on his way to play ball overseas, and he was able to piece together that the young man that shot him was a young man who had lost his eye being shot in some senseless shooting. And so then this young man turns around and shoots him, and he had started an organization to help people deal with that trauma. It is real and it is prevalent. And that's when I say there's so many underlying issues. It's not just somebody pulling up to a car, opening fire. It's all the trauma and all the stuff before that.
Do you think there should be more stricter gun laws? And what are your thoughts on Georgia Governor Kemp sending in the National Guard?
You know, what's interesting to me about this whole discussion with the National Guard in Georgia is an open carry state. And so people are complaining about young black men walking down the street carrying long rifles and handguns. Well, guess what? They can, because the law in Georgia allows them to do that. So you don't get to say it's okay for the militia to do it and then complain when these young black men are doing it. But they both scare me. Anybody walking around with a long gun or an open handgun frightens me. I understand that people like to go hunting and they like to do those things. That's a different conversation. But when you allow anybody, I don't care who they are, to walk down street with handguns and with rifles, then you've got to assume that somebody's going to fire one on the other side of it.
Right.
So what I want Governor Kemp to do, you're sending in the National Guard talking about we can't control our city. How about you help us control this open carry law? How about you help us with some of this COVID testing and some of this job training and the things that we actually do need help with?
Yes.
Right, and help us stop stealing elections and make it fair for everybody to vote. I am so excited to have you on, and thank you for coming on with us. Let everybody know how you can be reached, and how can they follow you on social media for their support behind you to have Joe Biden put you on that ticket, because we would love if you were the vice president.
I as my mama says, thank you for the rumor, so I appreciate it. But you can follow me at Keisha Bottoms, KEISHA BOTTOMS. Thank you for asking.
And your mama say what now?
She says, so thank you for the rumor.
Hey, Sarah, I love you.
Love you too, and keeping y'all in my prayers.
You're doing the same.
That's right, the one and only Atlanta Mayor, Keisha Lance Bottom, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we are so excited this morning. We got our guest, Marisha Fisher, a second-generation McDonald's owner operator, right? So we are so excited, man. McDonald's new $500,000 Black and Positively Golden Scholarship Fund. So we excited about that. Y'all give it up and show your love for Marissa Fisher.
Marissa.
Hey, Marissa, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Rickey.
No, thank you for coming on this morning. We are so excited because of COVID-19, many college students are, kind of stressed out about the return to go to school this fall. And one company is doing something to help ease the burden on students attending historically Black colleges and universities. So tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. We have a scholarship called the Black and Positively Golden Scholarship, where, just like you said, Rickey, we understand that HBCU students are probably going to be impacted more by this pandemic than any other college students. So we want to help ease that stress by offering a scholarship to them. It's $500,000 scholarship monies that are available. They can go right now to apply at tmcf.org. Again, that's tmcf.org. And they have now through August 3rd. And that is just a continuation of our longstanding partnership with the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. So we're excited about it.
Right. And it's crazy because McDonald's is like family to you. Tell us kind of like, how your family started up with the company.
Oh, absolutely. My mother and father, Marla and Jim Thrower, they started on the east side of Detroit, opening their first location over 30 years ago.
Wait a minute, we came to your store. Is that the store?
Yes,
I believe
sir.
so. Yeah, I believe
Yes.
so,
We
Rick.
did come to your store. We did a
you
live broadcast from
from
your
our
store.
location.
Yep.
I got excited. Let me calm down. No, did I just get excited?
Got excited. That's the D right there,
What did
baby.
she said, I said, what we did? We came around there. We came to your store.
Yep, right down in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
And my siblings and I, it's four of us. We really grew up in the business, just learning everything from behind the scenes. And so our parents taught us early just about generational wealth and really building a legacy for our children and our children's children. Fast forward to today. We've gone from one location in Detroit to now 30 locations in Michigan and Louisiana. Yes, sir.
When we were there, that was the only location, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
That's fast growth right there. Now, as an entrepreneur, Marissa, what advice would you give someone interested in entrepreneurship?
I would just tell them, number one, you got to make sure that you're passionate and really driven when you're an entrepreneur. You want to make sure that you're knowledgeable, you're educated on whatever field that you're in, and then just continue to make sure that you have goals for yourself. So be that a 5, 10, 15-year plan. You want to make sure that you're continuing to grow your business.
Wow, this is just so awesome. Black and Positively Golden is considered a movement. So what more can you tell us about this movement?
The movement started about a year ago. It's really about telling stories of Black excellence, entrepreneurship, empowerment, education. We're trying to tell positive, powerful stories that are really happening in our community. You can learn a lot more about it at our Instagram, which is @WeAreGolden. Again, that's @WeAreGolden.
Okay. We are so excited and congratulations on everything. Tell your family, y'all was so nice to us when we came there. Tell everybody that we said hello and give them our best. Thank you and your family for all that you do to continue to support and give back to our community. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all, please help me thank McDonald's owner and operator, Marissa Fisher.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, don't be a stranger. You make sure you come back and join us, okay?
I sure will. Thank you, sir.
All right, there it is, y'all. Rock.
That's big time right there, man.
Remember that? They only had one store.
Absolutely, and they've grown to what they are right now, man. That Black and Positively Golden movement is a big deal.
Absolutely, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Oh, yeah. I can't get it.
Right there, that's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day.
And it goes a little something like this.
Oh, man, I got one for you. I'm not gonna even waste no time. Go ahead and drop it. Hey, y'all remember this? Huh? Oh, get naked. Come on, get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked.
Man.
Get naked.
Like the kid don't play fair. Yeah. Recipe for disaster. Back it up.
Boy, let me tell you something.
Let me get both of them legs.
Did you hear?
Come on, man, talking.
Let me get both of them legs. Help you brush down your edges. Boy, look at you. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, Special K.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy, she work at Popeyes. She get home from work, she ain't even got to take a shower first. Just take that little dusty uniform off, smelling like flour, jambalaya, grease. It don't even matter. Just take that uniform off. Don't go in that bathroom yet. Come on. Ain't even on. The sheet's still in the dryer. They ain't even on the bed. You just on naked mattress. It's raw mattress. Yes, sir.
He said the sheets still in the dryer from last night.
Boy, come on in here.
Like,
I'm gonna get this work.
What'd you say? Go get this work, guy?
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I'll get this work. Daddy clocking in, baby.
Gary, why you say you don't believe I picked that song?
You even picked that song.
Why?
I don't like that song. And do you know the title of that song?
What?
Yeah.
When
we what?
Touch.
Whatever.
I know what he said.
Something you'll never do.
Yes, sir.
Guess not. I don't.
Gary, don't hate. Gary, that's a beautiful song. That's a love song. That's passion.
It ain't no love song.
What is it?
It ain't no love song. That's a song. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm used to the old
It's a baby
honey.
making song, Gary.
Absolutely.
That's a good song.
But I don't believe
you
you
make
picked
the
that,
pictures
Ricky.
fall off
You
the
make
drum.
love, man. I love that song, man. You
Really?
make love to that song right there. You like her a lot, like for real.
And you got to be able to bring it as a man, too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to put in that work.
Sir.
Yes, sir. If you going to have that song playing in the background,
You got to come with
you
it.
got to come on with it, man.
That is chauvinistic.
Make that thing go.
Stop by the gas station, get some of them get rights.
Boy, you go by Quick
Rhino
Trip and get them snacks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me get a pack of them get rights back there.
Snacks.
I don't believe y'all participate in this.
Boy, before y'all make love, what you get out of Quick Trip? Special K.
Boy, you get that get right, the gold ones. Let me get.
Oh, you talking about the Rhino? Now, they don't stand up at the Quick. They at the gas station with them little ghetto lights in the window.
Yeah, with the glass. You gotta get them through the glass, buddy.
Yeah, they got it right next to them little scales and them little hookah things.
Yep, next to the
Well,
Swisher
make sure you
Sweets.
pick her up a
Backwood and
cup of
Swisher
ice.
grapes and all that.
Yep.
What'd you say? Even get on what? A cup of ice?
I said, if you're going to go to QT before you come over while you playing that song, just pick up a cup of ice. You know, crushed.
Oh, yes. Crushed. You gotta be crushed.
Crushed ice.
Boy, you done killed her all night, boy. Look at here. Sleeping on a naked mattress, man. No cover. You wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning, go find you a blanket or something. Y'all roll up in that blanket like a blunt with that tank playing. Boy, what?
What you make it do, Ricky?
Roll up in that blanket like a blunt.
A grape swilcher.
A great
sound like?
sweet.
What it sound like?
Hey, Erica, I'm sorry, Erica.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Erica.
Hell of an intro.
Sorry, Erica.
Erica.
Hell of a transition.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord, church. Praise the Lord.
Y'all on one this morning, huh? Y'all don't bring some more members to the
We got
church.
into
We
that
ain't know you
tank.
was on you.
Erica, I looked down. I looked down and saw you was coming up next. I said, "Oh Lord, we talking all this trash. We bring it on." Erica came on. She came
You
on.
need to do communion,
Erica
Erica.
came on and said, "Praise the Lord, church."
That's right.
Y'all
We might should have did a
I
commercial.
love God. You don't love God?
Now all of a sudden, everybody's saved.
Senior Saints happy, huh?
Yes, my Lord.
Everybody saved. Erica came on first. Y'all was talking trash, and Brett over here talking about, "You love God? I love God."
Go ahead, Brad.
When Erica, hey, girl, when Tina got on there, she did a remix of your song. She went on Instagram. She was like, "I love God. You don't love God. What's wrong with you?" That was so funny. I love y'all.
Brad.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We
y'all
love you too.
please welcome Grammy Award-winning songstress, host of Get Up Mornings radio show, and judge on BET's Sunday's Best. Y'all give it up for our sister, Erica Campbell.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Man, we so proud of you. Congratulations on this past Sunday being season 10 of Sunday's Best premiered on BET. How has that been a part of your, how is it, just being part of such monumental show like that?
Super dope. We went through the same thing everybody else. Our first few episodes, we were in Atlanta down at Tyler Perry Studios. And then we got word they was like, y'all get up out of here and go home. And Corona shut everything down.
Yeah.
But we were able to do it virtually. And it came out really, really good. You still feel the heart and the passion. The contestants are still going for it. And I'm excited. Some really dope stories of people overcoming and, how bad they wanted it. And when you have that passion with that talent, it's just a good combination. So I'm excited about this season. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it at all.
Man.
I never miss it. I never miss it. I love that show so much. I live for it because those people that come on there, they really have real life stories and they have been through and they made it. And then when they sing, it's like their testimony. I love that show. So, for artists who aspire to be on a platform like Sunday Best, Erica, what are the common mistakes that some people make when they audition?
When you just can't sing and nobody was honest with you, that's a mistake.
Yes.
Everybody can't sing. We need ushers. We need parking lot ministry. You know what I'm saying? We need people to do the offering. Everybody can't sing.
That's right.
She said we need ushers.
No, that is so true.
Parking lot ministry.
Listen, it's so many people. No, but when they're trying too hard, when people are trying to be somebody else, it's like we already got a Kiara Shear. We don't need you to do that. We already got a Kirk Franklin. But when they come with the individuality, you know what I mean, and they're being their authentic self, I just think we get the best of people. And I'm glad to be able to kind of encourage them, speak into their life, and, you know, give them some tips and pointers, share some of my journey, and allow them to be great. You know what I'm saying? If they got it, you know.
Erica, you had to get up. You ever had to get up and walk out of there because you didn't want to laugh in nobody's face?
Put your finger up.
You know, I got a way to just chuckle. If I give you a big death, I know that's right. It's not a good sign if I say, I know that's right.
We gonna watch for that.
Get it on.
So, Erica, with that being
I know that's right.
So, Erica, with that being said, which judge would you say, honey, is the toughest either you, Kelly Price, or Jonathan McReynolds?
I think Jonathan is definitely Simon Cowell. Jonathan is definitely tougher than all of us.
Really?
Like, I'm going to say it nice. Kelly going to say it nice. Jonathan going to tell you, yeah, that didn't really work.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, I want to know I want to know about the mom in you, Erica, because you are a mega singer. You're a decorated, award-winning artist. You have a show. You're on TV. You do radio. But these kids are at home. You're a mom of 3, and you're still working, and you're homeschooling. How are you balancing everything?
I like my kids, I like my husband, and I like my house, and that makes it a little easier. You know, everybody don't like that stuff. Corona done revealed a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people like, yeah, I'm getting up out of here.
Look at her sitting up there blinking too many times. She don't have to blink her eyes like that.
Right.
You know, that chicken.
Right.
Like
Have you always brushed your teeth like that? I like my family, so it's cool, though. You know.
Hey, Erica, let everybody know how can people follow you.
They can follow me at I'm Erica Campbell on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That's all me. And I want them to make sure that they watch Sunday Best Sunday nights on BET, 7-8 Central. It'll bless your life. I'm sure it will.
Hey, Erica, when all this over, I'm going to cook again. Get ready.
Come on, man. That food was so amazing.
Erica.
And I'm praying for you, Rickey. I'm glad to hear your daughter is doing better.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. We gonna get some counseling because it's more psychological than anything. Erica, I absolutely love you. And I'm so proud of you. You're my sister. And y'all do not miss Sunday's Best Season 10 this Sunday on BET at 8 p.m. Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Erica Campbell. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Love you.
Love you.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 24 minutes after the hour. Got your front page brought to you by...
Brought to you by Urban One. Fight for your vision of the future and register to vote early. The right to vote gives us the power to hold those in office accountable and to remove those who don't represent our values. Every one vote counts. Hey, I'm Eva Marcel here giving you your front page news headlines. Now, despite the surging number of COVID-19 cases here in the U.S., President Trump said yesterday that he will pressure governors to completely reopen schools in the fall. So even though Florida has become a major hotspot, schools there will require to be open 5 days a week starting in August. And like Trump, the president of Brazil has been out, but just yesterday, President, and please forgive my pronunciation, Bolsonaro of Brazil announced that he has tested positive for the virus. Also, Trump will meet with the president of Mexico today to show off this new U.S., Mexico, and Canada trade deal, which will replace NAFTA. Now, the Prime Minister of Canada turned down the invite and will not be attending this meeting. And after months of threats of criticism, the Trump administration has began to formally withdraw the U.S. from the World Health Organization, but it does not get finalized until next July, so hopefully someone else will be in office to help that situation out. Now, in other news, over 150 organizations have joined forces to come up with this new legislation to change the U.S. criminal justice system. The group is called Movement for Black Lives, and it's drafted and being called the Breathe Act. It is considered the modern day Civil Rights Act. So you have to look into that, you guys, and find out how to support. In other news, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg met with civil rights activist groups yesterday behind the widespread Facebook boycott. And yeah, that didn't go well at all. The leaders of civil rights groups said that this was nothing more than a PR exercise for Facebook and nothing got accomplished. And if you haven't been keeping up with what's going on between Hong Kong and Chinese government, this might make you take notice. So the U.S. might be looking at banning TikTok and other Chinese social media apps. So here's a little bit of the background. China has issued a new national security law for Hong Kong that pretty much gives them the ability to censor and control tech companies and companies' data. Trump's teams are saying that if you download TikTok app, that China will have all of your information. Well, TikTok, which is led by an American CEO with employees here in the U.S. and plans to leave Hong Kong because of the law, say that they have never and will never give your information to Chinese government and that Trump is giving fake news. All right, that was a look at your headline news. For more on what's trending, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, what's popping in sports, my brother?
What it is, Eva? Well, let's start with Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Deshaun Jackson apologizing to the Jewish community after posting anti-Semitic messages on Instagram. He posted a quote he attributed to, out of all people, Adolf Hitler. And the Philadelphia Eagles ownership, they calling Jackson's post offensive and harmful, and they will take appropriate action. In the meantime, the WNBA is clapping back at Atlanta Dream co-team owner, who also happens to be Senator Kelly Loeffler. She wrote a letter to the WNBA commissioner strongly opposing the WNBA's plans to display the words Black Lives Matter when the season resumes later this month. She is also against the WNBA's plans to honor victims of police brutality. The WNBA says they will continue to use their platform to advocate for social justice. By the way, Senator Kelly Loeffler is a big-time Trump supporter, if you didn't know. Last but not least, man, congratulations to Jamaican Olympic legend Usain Bolt and his girlfriend. They revealed the name of their new baby daughter. I think it's the greatest name of all time, Olympia Lightning Bolt. Isn't that a cool name?
Wow.
Olympia Lightning Bolt.
That's cute.
There it is, man. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Let's talk sports at Rock T Holla. Hot spot right now with the Brad.
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRAT.
All right, y'all. Rick Smiley, the morning show. Listen, man, this segment's being brought to you by Walgreens. Now, we all know that summer may look different this year, and Walgreens is making it easier for you to find great deals with their new ways to shop. Now, this summer, shop online, in-store, get select essentials delivered with Postmates. See Walgreens.com for details. What up, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, y'all, when the Tony Award-winning hit Broadway musical Hamilton debuted on the Disney Channel on the 4th of July weekend, the app was downloaded 752,451 times globally. Woo! And it's been rising. It's been going up from Friday to Sunday, 74% more times than the 4 previous weekends in June. All right. right, now, so we're going to move on. Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets player Kyrie Irving, he's producing a TV special seeking justice for Breonna Taylor, y'all. You know, the 26-year-old black emergency medical tech who was shot and killed in her house by Louisville police in the early hours on March 13th. Well, additionally, y'all, the program is titled #Say Her Name Breonna Taylor and will premiere on Wednesday, July 8th, 8/7 Central on Players TV, okay? And that's a digital broadcast network. So during this special, there'll be specific calls for action, like phone calls to the offices and the city and state officials and voter registration stuff and social media posts. And that'll all be shown, you know, to bring further attention to Breonna Taylor's case. So kudos to you, Kyrie Irving, for that. All right, y'all. Some of y'all gonna be real sad when y'all hear this one. Could this be the end of TikTok? Let me tell you what's going on with them. The popular social media platform TikTok will exit Hong Kong following an introduction of China's new national security law. Lawmakers in the U.S. are calling for a ban on TikTok because the company derives from China and violates user security rights by sharing information with China. Y'all, TikTok has been downloaded 2 billion times, and it allows users to share short videos. So if y'all familiar with TikTok, you better get to TikToking because it's about to TikTok on out the door. That's what's about to happen to it. All right, y'all, moving on. Jay-Z's Made in America Festival, it has been canceled, and of course, it's due to COVID-19. Rock Nation announced the news in a statement last week saying that 2020 is like no other. We're in a pivotal time in this nation's history, and now is the time to protect the health of our artists, fans, partners, and community, as well as focus on our support for organizations and individuals fighting for social justice and equality in our country. So they're going to move it, and it's being rescheduled for Labor Day weekend 2021. Oh, Lord have mercy. I got a lot of time. I got a lot of good stuff to tell y'all about. Let me not waste no time. So, y'all, Janelle Monáe is taking her issues with lyrics and rap, mostly for men, to Twitter. Okay, she sparked a controversial conversation when she wrote, "I really only ever want to hear women rapping." Okay, the amount of misogyny from most men in rap and music is infuriating. We need to abolish that crap, too. She also said women, black women in particular, have been betrayed by the majority of men for far too long. She said the systems that enable patriarchy and abusers of power are burning. Either bring some gasoline or burn with them. Ooh, that's right. And this the last part of y'all. It's real good. She said you can't wait to call every woman a bee or a garden tool. Discuss violent acts against women, etc. for clout in rap, rock, and throughout music history. Misogyny has never been okay yet, and yet it has become normalized. She said women didn't create misogyny, y'all did. So you do the work and abolish it. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. And y'all, last but not least, we got the transcript from the transcripts from Nipsey Hussle's accused killer, one or two, I don't know how many it is, but it's going to be released. Judge Robert Perry has ruled that the transcripts from Eric Holder's upcoming grand jury hearing will be released, and he's the man accused of killing Nipsey Hussle. The judge ruled that the release of the transcripts will not jeopardize Holder's right to a fair trial, and his public defender said she wanted the transcript sealed until after the trial was over. But the judge said, no, not so. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the hotspot. That was a good old one. I got a good old run. Ooh, made me feel good. That stretch over here. Ooh, to get caught up on those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Coming up next, y'all, we got that church with Pastor Fred in 60 seconds. And after that, we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's about that time, church, in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred.
Pastor Fred. Amen. I'm running for my life.
Yeah.
I'm running for my life.
Come on now.
Amen.
Yeah. I'm running for my life.
Yes.
Running for my life.
Keep running.
Anybody ask
And
you?
if anybody asks you,
What's the matter with me?
what's the matter with me?
Tell them I'm saved.
Saved. Sanctified.
Holy Ghost
filled. Fire baptized.
I got Jesus.
On my side. And I'm running for my life. Saints and ain'ts. Those that can and those that can't.
Oh, yeah.
As I stand here contemplating on the right thing to decide.
Come on, then.
Will I take the wrong direction all my life? Where will I go? What lies ahead? of me.
Yeah.
Preach on.
I have strong determination.
My Lord.
I'm not afraid of change. I have yet to find that someone who would care to satisfy me.
Amen.
Stay right by me. Who can I run to share this empty space? Who can I run to when I need love? Who can I run to share this empty space with laughter? Who can I run to when I need love? I can run to Jesus. I can run to Jesus.
Let's go.
Run. Run, Forrest, run. Run to Jesus. Follow me at the real Pastor Fred. I'll be the one running.
Amen.
We got a chicken and waffle mix coming up with John Lyon on the ones and twos. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.